In this video, I will be giving a small review of the Blacktron Battrax, which came out in 1987. So this is a vintage set, so I'm just going to give you a small review of the set and of the build itself. So as you can see, we have the Battrax here. It's a pretty cool land vehicle. And even in 87, they were doing modular stuff, because this is actually a modular build. You can actually split up the vehicle into 3 parts. So I will show you that as well. And so we have the color scheme of Blacktron back then was black, yellow with some accents of red. And they brought back that color scheme with the release of the Blacktron Cruiser as a gift with purchase, I believe, in 2023. I'm not sure for that, but you'd have to correct me down below in the comments if I'm incorrect or if I'm proper with that. So again, this is a pretty cool little vehicle, and it does have some nice features and some nice play features that I do miss in more modern sets sometimes. So this is a obviously a road vehicle. It does have a rotating portion, so you can actually see it. You can look at this. So basically it does actually have an axle here that you can actually move around. The canopy can open in 2 parts. So you can open the first part of the canopy, or you can open the entire thing here. So there are 2 pieces for it. I do have one of the Blacktron minifigures in there with the visor, so I still have those some of those minifigures. Some are missing a couple of limbs, but overall that's pretty nice. I'm actually surprised that I was able to build this entire set and have pretty much all the parts for it. The only parts I didn't have are one of these plates here, so tiles here with the yellow and the black bar. I only have one of those. There is usually a second one here on the left side of the set. Unfortunately, I don't have that, so I used a single yellow tile with no printing on it. Also, one of the arrows, I'm not sure if you can see here at the top, but you do have a yellow tile with a black arrow. Only found one of those still, but I had a tile with a black tile with a yellow arrow, which also is from a Blacktron set. I believe that's from the Message Intercept base, which I do have some parts too, but not all of them, I think. But I might try to build it as well. And I was also missing another part, which was a slope at the back here. So on the little back of the vehicle, I was missing a slope. Thankfully, if you've seen some of my other videos, I've had some parts shipped and bought some, and I had some black slopes that I had ordered, so I was able to complete this build. So again, surprising that I have so many of the parts, even some of the printed pieces on the side here, the black and with the yellow bars, and they're on both sides. Also, on each side of this build, we have a small window with the doors. It's going to actually open them. And on each side. And you can store tools in there. And so yeah, if you open it, so there's tools inside. I'm missing one of the tools. I probably have it somewhere in a Ziploc bag full of minifigure parts and utensils and stuff like that, so I wouldn't need to look at it. But so you do have some features. Again, having the doors and the window frames and being intact is kind of a big deal, because again, this set was released in 1987, So 38 years ago, and to have pretty much all of these parts still. I have the hood. This is not a sticker. This is actually a printed piece here on the hood. So there were no stickers on this set. So this is all printed pieces. So yeah, that's pretty cool. There is modularity to this set. So you can split up in 3 parts. So you have the cockpit here that splits up, makes a little sled, and so that's one of the parts that we have here. And you can also split up the little ship at the end. I just undid one of the hoses. Also, the fact that I have these hoses and still have some for the message intercept base as well is kind of a win. So we can split up the vehicle into 3 parts. So there's nothing too fancy about the cockpit. Again, like I said, you can open it in 2 parts. You can open it this way, or you can open it fully. A Blacktron set, Blacktron minifigure sits at the back of it, and you could probably put another minifigure at the front of it if you wanted to. With the arms, it might be a little weird, so instead of having this solid 1x3 piece, if having these little panels here and put it all the way, that could be probably one of the ways to improve the set. And so you could put 2 minifigures in there instead of just one. One of my hinges is broken on the cockpit, unfortunately, but it still holds up, so it's still pretty good. Obviously, again, you have the vehicle, you have at the back, you have the rotating sort of motor that you can just move around here, and you can just on a hinge plate here. As I've shown before, we have the 2 doors at each side where you can hide some tools. And then we have the little flying vehicle here. I would say this is a drone because there's no place to actually put a minifigure to control the drone, so that could be it. The wings do move, so you can actually basically change the configuration of the wings and pull them back if you want to, or just leave them as is. So again, this is using the pieces from 1987, so there's not really any modern pieces in it. There are still some pieces that are used today. I know those wings have been discontinued already. They have now the wing pieces without the little corners here. But you still have a lot of pieces that are still in use. The antennas, I believe, also have been discontinued. They're no longer in use. These kind of cockpits also are not used anymore. I haven't seen those flexi hoses in new sets either. So these are in yellow and black. I have some in all black from other sets, but the fact that I still have all 4 of those is also pretty incredible. So overall, it's a nice set. It's not too complicated to build. Again, it's from 1987, and it looks pretty good actually for a set like this. Modern take, I don't know what it would look like. But I do know that, again, they redid a Blacktron set in 2023, which was the Cruiser. So again, they re-released the Cruiser, the Blacktron Cruiser, which was based on the Invader Blacktron set, which I do not have. I've never had that toy before, but that was in 2023. I think it was a gift with purchase, and you see that there's some similar parts here. You have the black dot with the yellow arrow, the black dot with the yellow arrow. Obviously, all the logos are stickers on this set. Even in the front, it is a sticker and not an actual printed piece. But the aesthetics of the Blacktron set is pretty similar, and there's also modularity function on this particular set. You can split it up in 3 as well. So the rear, the front, and the back also splits up. this was a feature I think of Blacktron where you can move a lot of parts around. The Blacktron Battrax also has some alternate modes. I have no instructions for them, so I wouldn't know how to build them. And they had them in the back of the instruction manual, but it was not really given how to build it. Right? They just showed the image of it and imagination, and you had to basically try to figure out how to build this alternate mode for the Battrax with the pieces that you had. So I believe that all the pieces should have been included, and so you can just build the alternate mode. So again, from '97, this is a pretty cool set. Again, modularity, you can split up the pieces, you can do that. There was alternate modes. So again, very inventive for that time. And when you look at it, and this is what they did with a modern version with modern parts. So you have the slopes here, the roof tiles here, that gives the angles. And so imagine what we could do today with modern pieces and the Blacktron. I'd like for it to come back. I think that would probably be a good set to bring back with the space sets. They've done it. Maybe it doesn't have to be this big storyline or anything, but just you have the new space theme, and bring back the Blacktron to just country, make a contrast of it. But overall, the Battrax, pretty cool set. I am very happy about it. Again, very shocked that I have as many parts for it as I have. I think the message intercept base is a little less complete than this, but I'm going to try to build it and maybe do a review on it. But again, yeah, that was a cool little build. Again, the Blacktron minifigures, I do still have some. The printing on the torso is actually still pretty good. There's not too many scratches, and it looks actually good compared to the new one that I have in the Cruiser. But yeah, it's just some badass, and I love this color scheme, the black, the yellow, the red. It pops. It's very interesting, and so I wish they would do more of these kind of sets. So yeah, hey Lego, bring back Blacktron. If you like this kind of content where I build and review vintage set, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. I don't have that many vintage sets, but like I said, I have the message intercept base I can build. There's also some other stuff like earlier Lego space that I have, including the solo transporter, which I am missing a lot of pieces for, and some of the earlier like the command base, which I have video on already. And if you also want to see the build for the Blacktron Cruiser, check out my videos. For this particular set, there's a whole series of them. I believe there's 4 of them. So yeah, go check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.